All right, so we're going to begin by asking Codex to look at my Google Calendar because we know that we have a customer meeting coming up. It's going to ask it to list the attendees, the agenda listed, and it's going to go kind of swim through my calendar and pull back any information that seems relevant. Looks like we got our agenda and what to be ready for here. The next thing we're going to do in this sequence of events is I'm going to ask it to go ahead and look inside of Salesforce and give me any other context about this customer. Things like account details, opportunities, open tickets, anything that we might need to review. Codex now is going to use the Salesforce plugin and go grab all that information, collecting it from all the objects in Salesforce, giving us a nice little summary here that we need in advance of our meeting tomorrow. We're going to take this and we're going to push it into a Google document using the Google Drive plugin. And so we're asking Codex here to build a document that kind of has an executive summary, things to know, questions we might need to ask. And you're watching it put that document together right here. And we'll click on it. We can open it up and review that artifact. And it looks like in this case, it brought all the information in, but we want some formatting changes, maybe some better headers, just make it a little easier to read. So Codex is going to go ahead and make those updates for us right inside of Google Drive like that. Now from here, we've got some other folks that are going to join us on this meeting tomorrow. And so I'm going to see if Codex can send a Slack message with a link to that meeting brief so that everybody else that joins us is going to be prepared for the conversation that we're going to have. Codex is looking for that user, putting together a Slack message and firing it off for me. And you can see an example of that right here, sent using ChatGPT. And the next thing we might want to do is let's go ahead and craft an email for all the folks that are on that attendee list. And we'll just want to make sure that we prepare them for what we're going to talk about tomorrow as well. So here it's Codex using my Gmail connector, drafting up an email that I can review later and go ahead and send when I'm ready. And we'll want to make sure that our Salesforce next steps are up to date on the opportunities in the system. And so we've got all this great context about the meeting that we're going to have tomorrow. So here we're going to ask Codex to go ahead and update the next step on that opportunity record in the system. And it's gone ahead and done that as well, right here from within the same Codex conversation thread. Now next, I actually want to do a full pipeline review right here from within Codex as well. And so what it's going to do is it's actually going to pull up all my deals in an interface for me to interact with right here conversationally. So you'll notice it's pulling back the whole pipeline, all the information about all the deals. And just by asking Codex, it'll filter down to the deals that I want to look at without having to touch the interface at all. So we're asking it to filter down to the specific Acme opportunities, change anything that we want in the system, like the forecast categories, the amounts, the next steps, and it's just going to go ahead and do that for me. And all those changes are going to get made back in Salesforce as well. So this shows you a really great example of how from one single Codex thread, we're able to interact with all these different systems and massively streamline my process as a sales rep getting ready for a meeting tomorrow.